House Democrats and Senate Republicans have now released their operating budget proposals. Can you provide some thoughts on each proposal?
Sure. The House Democrat proposal does have some good things in it. For example, they do freeze tuition, which is very important. They offer a cost of living allowance for teachers, increased spending for education, which we're required to by the state. However, even though we have $3 billion more in expected revenue, they actually need to increase taxes by another $1.5 billion, which seems a bit excessive to me, and I don't think it's necessary. Another thing that concerns me is that proposal has to go beyond the state expenditure limit, and I don't think that's where we need to go. The Senate proposal takes some of those good elements and makes them even better. For example, the tuition. It actually decreases tuition. At a typical four-year university, tuition may be decreased by 25%. That is huge for folks that are graduating from college with huge debt these days. Provides more money for education than ever in state history, which again is very important and satisfies the McCleary decision. Another element I'd just like to bring up is that in the state Democrat proposal funds contracts that were negotiated with the state unions by the governor in secret. So we really don't know exactly what went on in those negotiations. The Senate Republican proposal, I think, has a really excellent element where it is going to provide a $2,000 flat rate pay increase for all of the employees. And what that does is it really helps the employees that are paid the least. I think it has the greatest impact really in wage equity, getting them closer together, and I think it's a great step. So overall, the House Democrat proposal does have some good things in it, but I really think the Senate Republican proposal goes beyond. Instead of relying on new taxes that the House Democrat proposal does, this one says we can do it within our existing budget. 8 or 9% increase, we should be able to do it, and I'm confident that that's the way to go.
What are you expecting from budget negotiations?
Well, as we talked about, there are a lot of areas where the budgets agree, and I would expect that out of the hundreds of line items, there's going to be a whole lot of it that can be easily rectified and match up exactly. There are a few things that I already talked about, for example, the tuition funding, employee union contracts that are kind of major sticking points, but there are only a few of them that I think are going to cause some trouble. We have a few weeks left in the session. I think that we're going to be able to come to a compromise there and get out of here on schedule at 105 days.